It always happens. I always forget to get Mr. Quinton to the side there. How you doing, everybody? It's me, Trader Max, here from the Shogun Gunsho here on January 28th, 2025. And we are joined today by an awesome set of panelists and an awesome sponsor. Btrump is our sponsor for today here for the show, for this Tuesday show. We can't wait to meet everybody. But first off, Incredible Lord, welcome as our sponsor. How are you doing today?
Hi guys, thank you for having me here. Thank you. I'm doing quite nice. Thank you.
Great. Well, welcome to the show. Thank you very much for being a sponsor. Being a sponsor gives them the afford to, we're going to be talking about them a lot today. In intermittent times, we're going to be talking about a lot. Now, remember, this is the Shill, Chill, and Alpha show. So we're going to be shilling a lot of different projects going to be down below. We'll have a couple shillers come up. And then we're going to listen to our panelists and talk to our panelists. But as I introduce the rest of the panelists, let's get started there. We have Rumi. How you doing, buddy, from MERV the Cat?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing really well. Mr. Lord, could you, I hate to keep doing this. If you're not talking, could you mute your mic? I know that's going to be a pain in the butt.
Sorry, man. Sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
All the time.
It's all right, bud. It's good. Rumi, man, we've had a chance to talk to you. I'm glad to see you here. This is the first time I've seen you with your morning head hair, which is awesome, by the way. You should just leave it like that all the time. I love it.
My fiance is okay with it. She likes to fluff it up. She was like, "Oh, you're going live on something," and she fluffs up my hair.
Do it right. That's actually awesome. We also have our co-host here that I keep forgetting to introduce in the very beginning. Bad on me, Mr. Crypto Quinton. How you doing today, buddy?
Doing good, sir. How about you?
Not too bad. It's been it's been a tough night and a tough couple of days as we've been building up a lot of great stuff. And then we also have Mr. Amos Burton shooting in the last second.
Hey, sorry about that. I was having some audio issues for a second, dropping in and out.
No worries. I got the ping. But listen, as far as our panelists go, we heard from MERV the Cat. We also have Super Robot from I think it's Smoking Giraffe, right? Is that what it was? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
All right, Smoking Giraffe.
Thanks, guys.
It's welcome. I appreciate you being here. I know you have a lot of great stuff to talk about today. And of course, last but not least, under the wire, Mr. Steven here from who's the founder of Looby. How you doing, buddy? Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted. You're muted, buddy. Oh,
sorry.
There you go. One who doesn't mute and the other that mutes. Perfect. We got the show going.
I was actually just moving my mouth and not saying it.
You are brilliant. That is like, and I read lips too. So you were saying some pretty provocative stuff.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. And it's all good here. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, what's going on over there?
Yeah, we're getting the show going here. We got a lot of people coming in right now. We've just hit 265, just really sort of taking it on. We're going to start showing some numbers here right about halfway through. We'll start showing some numbers through the network on, where everybody is at. But the panelists here are here today to talk about all kinds of things, not just their projects, but in our chill portion, we're going to be talking about AI responsive bots that respond, not responsive, but responding bots that are being used in all kinds of things like support, just all kinds of great things. Welcome, Amy. Hi, it's good to see you down there in the process. Just so many great things that AI is being used for today. And I want to hear the viewpoints of our panelists when the time comes for the chill portion. And you guys can chime in too in all the different chat rooms you're in. Now, if you're one of the people that are in one of these coins here, from Btrump to just about everybody that's in the panelists, you should be in their Twitters and listen, get those emojis in, get the shares on, bookmark it, rate the shit out of every single one of those streams out there, because that's where the real power in. When the algorithm sees it, you should also be able to see this in the live on X segment in your Twitter accounts. And if you see it in there, make sure you click in there and share that link everywhere you can. Get as many people in supporting your guys' most. The network here is that our sponsors, that's Btrump, have gone to great lengths to be here today and be a part of that. If you want to sponsor a show, just head over to shoguncryptos.com and hit on our Gunsho link, and it'll give you all the details in there. All right, we're going to get started here in just a few seconds. But as we begin this little run, make sure that you are respectful in the chat. Everything should be respectful. We don't throw out any FUD on anything else of anybody else is doing. We lead ourselves by our own journey. Okay, Mr. Quinton, Mr. Amos, are you ready?
You know it.
Great, great,
Yeah,
great.
let's get it.
All right. Now, first up, because they were here, they were in, they were ready. Where'd they go? Now they're, oh, there she is. There she is. We're going to add in Amy from, God, who it, again?
The Society Library.
There you go. You see, you said it before too. That was amazing. Thank you so much for filling it in there. How you doing today, Jamie?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing today?
We're doing pretty damn good. We got, listen, anytime you could put a system like that, we're already hitting 500 viewers on this system right now. And these are consecutive people through your system out there. But there are so many great things happening with this show. We get to meet awesome people that are building some really great things that I cannot wait to see and hear about what the Society Library is. I'm going to share my screen from this position, and I'll try to get you in front of it as well as we begin the process here. Let me get, sorry.
Yeah, just let me know when I should start talking.
2 seconds right here, and bang. Let me kill this. I should have had all this already ready, but we are dealing with technology, which is fickle at times.
Tell me about it.
And here we go. There's the main. Let me get your face instead of Mr. Quinton's. There it is, right there. And 3, 2, 1, there. All right, let's begin.
Got it. Well, hello, everyone. I am the founding executive director of the Society Library. This is actually our main nonprofit charity website. And so we have a kind of interesting story behind SL, which is I was just going about my day, shilling our nonprofit mission. We're a technical charity, and we have built tools like modeling civilization scale deliberation. We've worked in DeSci. We've worked with government officials. We build all sorts of technology to help automate research and seek truth and figure out how to make optimal policy decisions. And then a couple of months ago, an anonymous creator made SL, named after our charity, used our logo, used our name and everything, and gifted us a huge chunk of it. So now we're forever in the blockchain, and we decided recently what we're going to do about that. We have gotten like chain audits, contract audits and all of that. And so today we're really, really excited to like lean further in to this whole experience of having a cryptocurrency, a meme token named after us. And that it really got us thinking for the first time ever, because, we built technology for large language model labs. We built technology for government officials. We built technology for scientific institutes. And our mission was always to bring technology to the public. But we have a long roadmap because the type of technology we're talking about is civilization scale intelligence. But what we realized in encountering the crypto community and encountering decentralization. And if you want to actually go to sltoken.xyz, you can see more about what I'm about to talk about now.
SL token?
Yep, sltoken.xyz. That is a project page for the technology that we are democratizing and decentralizing because of what SL made possible. So we have created what are called the Muses. And the Muses are AI agents that are actually taking internally built intelligence tools that are a part of our larger pipeline to build, more complex data sets. And we've imbued small intelligence tools that we built internally with AI agents. And so we're actually releasing 2 of those agents today. One is called the Muse of Truth, and the other is called the Muse of Research. And if you go on Twitter and go to @Muse of Truth or @Muse of Research, you can start interacting with their capabilities right now. The Muse of Truth starts out as a fact checker, and she's not just a GPT wrapper. She's actually has an entire pipeline, a system of sanity checking, actually seeing, is this a factual statement that can be checked? Or is it a prediction? Is it opinion? And if it passes the sanity check, it then goes to what we call the bifocal browser, which is a internal search tool that we built ourselves to scan the web and diverse parts of it. She then indexes that information, extracts relevant content, and then she performs an analysis. And that analysis is an LLM that we rely on, but it's 14 pages of expert instructions that are based on the methodology of our nonprofit having done this truth-seeking work for about 6 years. And then she will then post on X, Telegram, and Discord her fact check. So if you are perusing X and you see a claim being made, all you have to do is tag the Muse of Truth, and then she will reply with her fact check of the statement. Or you can just message her and ask her to look up something, and then she will fact check, whatever you type in. And then there's the Muse of Research. The Muse of Research uses an internal tool that we built called the Sorcerer, and she was actually used to automatically build our indexes. Because as we're modeling scientific fields, as we're modeling civilization scale debates, we wanted to automate the creation of the indexes from which we're extracting arguments, claims, and evidence. And so we built the Sorcerer. And so what she can do is you can just tag the Muse of Research in a post, or you can ask her to look up something related to a topic like quantum physics. And then she will grab YouTube videos, podcasts, scholarly articles, books, and websites relevant to that content that you're interested in.
Wow.
Now, these are just like tinker toys compared to what, our charity actually builds, but we're really grateful to the cryptocurrency community for like making us think about how we could possibly decentralize our tech so it gets in the hands of the public faster. So this is just the beginning, and we're releasing them today. So please give them, use them, give us feedback. And then February 1st, we have another big announcement. So we hope you'll follow us on X and stay tuned. Yeah, you can see the dip there during, I think there's we don't mind dips. Dips are good buying power for us. We love it. We love dips. We feel bad that it happened, but we love to buy in the low. It's been a really interesting experience being in this entirely new field. Like we've dipped our toes in many fields, from neurotech and its intersection with AI safety to like nuclear power and nuclear energy, but crypto's a new one for us. So also please feel free to reach out and help us out as a charity new to the space, who's dedicated to operating with the utmost integrity, has a ton of experience building tech, and wants to bring it all to you.
This is amazing. And accidentally, and this was not even pre-planned, our chill portion of the show today is about AI agents responding in Twitter accounts or in TGs. So if you got time, I'd like you to stick around for the chill portion, maybe come up and throw your 48 cents into that. You got much more than 2 cents. That'd be awesome. We definitely love to have you back as a panelist and talk about this. We have a whole AI show coming not on Thursday, but the next Tuesday show is all about AIs, and we're going to be showing in trying to shill out and talk to people that have AI companies. So not all conflicting, but different variants. Like, come on, this bot up against, say, the Trump bot that we have that's making an AI, it's not going to probably compare too well, right? But it'll still be funny in one way or another.
They can talk to each other. She'll just fact check everything it says.
Absolutely. Well, it's AI. He's going to come out and say some crazy stuff in there, so it's all good.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
Yes. So now that what's his face has got rid of the fact research on Facebook, this is a good replacement. Is that right?
Well, I have great respect for fact checkers. We've worked with the International Fact Checking Network before. So like there's only so many human capabilities that can be replaced with AI now. Like some fact checkers are actually investigative journalists and have to like pick up a phone or like hunt someone down for information. But I would say our fact checker is extensive. So given that Meta has recently disbanded their fact checking program, as I understand, it's up to the public, right? They're opting for community notes. So this is a tool that people can use. It's like community notes in a way, but it's automated. Instead of humans having to go doing the searching and digging and analyzing, this tool is meant to support them in that. We're not yet on Meta or Facebook products, but we're definitely pursuing having conversations with them, because 3 platforms is not enough, and truth seeking is of the utmost importance in this information age.
And multiple data sets. That's the biggest tough thing. Is I want to get into this conversation. I really do. But in this shill portion, I want to kind of keep it about the product of what you've done. Please stay in. And I would love to have this debate with Stephen and everybody else coming in and talking about the efficacy of this process, because it's not just political. It's worldwide. It stretches past any aisle that you can ever think of, left, right, and real. So I'm all for everything.
One more thing I would just like to say is that if people look at the, the decks and they see like big holdings, that 40% chunk is actually locked away in a flux beam locker until October 2025. So like some people may not take that extra click. So you should just know that's all locked away. We don't even have access to it.
Today, there is so much more technology that runs and tells us where that money is sitting. And it's so transparent if people just take the time and look. And if they don't, then you don't need them, because they're not going to be true holders or the believers of the system. So even with us, I own 78% of our coin for Shogun and 53% of our silver coin. And we just tell people the reality of it. That's where all this stuff is locked and it's held within this process. So great to have you here. I really do appreciate it. We don't have a lot of shillers for today, but we do have some that are waiting down below. So we're going to make sure Jamie, great job. You are just so proficient at this. Please stick around with us. I hope that we have a chance with you to talk to you more.
Sure, happily.
Great.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you. Now, that's how it's done expertly. I wouldn't want to follow that, but I'll follow it so I can tell you what's going on right now. I was trying to stall just a little bit there to try to see if we could do something that we haven't done since we've started, which break 1,000 people within the first 15 minutes. We are vastly closing, and I'm going to sort of take a screenshot of this so you can see it on the network as well. See, there's a lot of stuff, you know, look at. I always capture everybody at the wrong angle. I swear to God, I look like I don't know, maybe just farted or something. Who knows? But inside the system here, we have Baby Trump. When I said somebody's going to kick our ass today, is Baby Trump's kicking our ass today with 401 streamers. All you guys over there, give us a thumbs up from the Baby Trump Society over there. It'll show up in the network that's on the side for our community there. Shogun Crypto's at 250, though. Super Robot with his GX account, 220, kicking ass in there in the third position. MERV on Soul with 32. Mr. Trader Max hidden with his little tiny 17. And my two best friends sitting over on YouTube, I'm pretty sure is Amy and possibly Clark, which I appreciate. But with YouTube, we're getting hosed over there anyway with some shadow banning that's happening. I'm pretty sure that they're not liking that we're streaming in on this kind of network. But, you know, it is what it is. Over on TikTok, we're only holding up with 18 visitors over there, which does not show in that network. So it's not to have honorable mention. But thank you very much for everybody being here today. We have an awesome show in line. If you're just tuning in, we're the Shogun Gun Show from the Shogun Network. I'm Trader Max, joined with Crypto Quinton and Amos Burton, your co-hosts. Up first, we had Jamie from the Society. So now we have, who do we have up next, Mr. Quinton?
So I see David down below, and David's going to be here for High Cow.
Mr. David, how you doing, sir?
Hey guys, I'm great. How are you?
Good looking, man. Right out of time. Just no fear whatsoever, which is awesome. Thank you very much for being here.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. So this is one of my first ones of these. I've actually only done one Spaces before, and that was without video. So I'm pretty new to this. So if you got any tips for me throughout whatever I talk about, I'd love to hear them. But
I'm going to share your screen. So I'm going to help you through that process a little bit, right?
Okay.
If you need me to go anywhere, I'm going to pull over some stuff up right in here. He looks like he's taking a big old chump. But there you got, welcome to the High Cow Crypto. There you go. That's perfect. If you can kind of see the screen as well.
Yeah,
right?
I can see it.
Okay. And so if this is like your second time shilling, all you got to do is just tell us, you know, what's the story? Just tell us what you would want to, like if you were telling somebody you knew was in crypto, not a normie, right? Because you got to explain a lot about crypto at that point.
Right, of course.
Just explain it about what you got. And you got about three to 4 minutes in that position and smack it.
Yeah, sounds good. So actually, we're trying to reach out to non-crypto people. Our group got together because we kind of got scammed and we kind of got, we got hurt by some, by some bad people in crypto, and all our investments were just gone overnight. So we decided, hey, we did almost all the work ourselves anyway. Why don't we make our own coin? So that's what we did. It was a team of 6 of us all over the country, and we joined up and we did our thing. We pumped our coin up, showed it on Facebook, predominantly on Facebook, and they pumped us up to 300. We were doing great. I started just giving out a ton of money. I was like, all right, I want to give back to the community. My share rose insanely significantly, so I thought we were going to keep going. So I was donating as much as I could, and my problem was I was donating our token, High Cow. So in hindsight, what do you do when you give someone your token? They just turn around and sell it and cash out and leave. And then, we lasted there for about 2 days, and then we just dumped ours. We're like, okay, so we don't want to do the pump and dump groups. We want to go locally. We want to talk to real people. We want to treat this as a company. We don't want to be a pump and dump. We don't want to be a meme coin. We want a meme coin backing our company. So we have a lot of things in the works. One of my main partners has a huge farm in Washington. He pretty much supplies almost all the dispensaries, and he's got an insane amount of product. I don't want to share all the details, but he's got the real life utility. We're going to be stamped on the product at some point in the future. I got another partner in Florida who's working on the gummies aspect. And then we're going to have merch and hats and swag, smoke accessories, grinders, anything you could think of. We're going to stamp that logo on it, talk to all the local communities, talk to all the local dispensaries and smoke shops. And we're pretty much going to have the meme coin and the crypto tie in with our actual company and kind of go from there. So we're working on accepting High Cow as payment. So anybody who buys any of our products, whether it be flour or whether it be accessories, if they use the crypto as the payment, they're going to get a discount on that. We're working on the right amount of numbers. At this point, we really just want to break even and get our name out there. We're not even looking for a profit. I'm well off financially, so I don't need this to go. I don't need a penny of this to go into my pocket.
Right.
What I really want to do is just change the meme coin game. I want to be an icon on Solana. I want to be just one of the good guys up there that changes the game.
Absolutely. One of the things too is our own value of who we are, right? And I'm going to give this to you because I'm not trying to like press upon like, oh, you said something wrong or anything. But I want you to think like if you're going to treat this as a business, it is a business for you, right?
For me, it is
such a charity, right? So the statement of, hey, I'm not really in this for the money. You may not be, but you should still treat it as it is because the lights got to stay on, right?
Oh, absolutely.
The business got to move forward. So you want to treat it as a business to a degree, but you want people know that, even the money that you make, donate back through it, right? Like if you have a salary, then there you go, right? So think about those terms when you're shilling. Just as a little heads up, when you're shilling these things, we're treating them like it's a business. We're taking our salaries and we're putting it back. I put my salary back, or I do what I do at that point. That's a better way to say that I'm not really in for this money. I don't need any money, right? Because what's the passion for you to do this, right? You got passion in it. Me personally, I love helping people. Like, we give our stuff away for Panther Pilot, but I still make money in everything else I do. I put back to our portfolio. I put my salary goes back in the portfolio of my Shogun network, because I still need money, right? I need to pay for groceries and do all that stuff. But again, what a great project you have. I love the vegetable substance. I'm a huge fan. I can't smoke anymore because I have asbestosis, but I also did a consultation for a very big manufacturing plant in the middle of North Jersey. And most of my partners and my friends that are in my investment group bought into that. So I'm right there with you, baby. There's a lot of work. And I think we should have a chance to talk too, because I got a lot of great stuff and context too in that industry.
Perfect. Yeah. I'd love to. And
I love the holy cow part, right? The high cow.
Yeah. We wanted to pick a good logo, and there's nothing more bullish than a bull. And we want to lead the bull market, and we got this adorable little guy, play on words. So we are a Highland cow, and so we just chopped the high and chopped the cow and made it a high cow. And we don't want to only cater to the green flower business. We kind of want to get in the middle of everyone as well. We're working on that aspect, maybe kind of toning down our logo a little bit, but we're also I feel like we're going to be one of the biggest smoke companies. So I think we're going to just go ahead and corner that market and hit that 100%.
Get this right on the smoke chain. That's all I got to say.
Absolutely.
Get out there and have fun. There's so much infusion process with this and so many puns we can play with this one. I love vegetable green substance, but I also love the gummies. I love that whole mentality behind it. But dude, man, great job for you being your second time. That was fucking amazing. Great job.
Thanks.
Proud of yourself, right?
I appreciate you having me here. This is really cool for me. I appreciate it.
You know what? We try to make it easy for you here. You got a lot of great people in the network here, giving you the thumbs up. Your community supporting you. This is amazing. We really appreciate you being here. Stick around if you want to. Enjoy the show. Be in the back. We might have chances to pull you back in if you want to. Keep your beautiful face up there and keep things going. We're going to jump into our next part here. But thank you so much, David, for being here with High Cow. I do want to look at one thing here just to make sure. Yep. Good. You got a great relationship with your liquidity market. So don't feel bad about this. This has got great injection process here for everybody that's here. This is a strong value over the last since January 15th. This is that part that you're saying that you had a lot of stuff that was going out and then it just slowly trickled off to bring you back down. But this is still a working capital process here, right? Like this is not just parabolically going back down and sitting at, 3 or 4,000. This is a strong work process. So those that go over, you buy a bag, you're not going to put 3 or 4, 15 SOL into this at this point, but you do want to get something that is for that workmanship. Buy a SOL, buy a half a SOL, get something in, let it increase, get more in. As a trader, me on my side, that's what I'm going to be doing is I investigate the coin more and get involved with your community a little bit.
Yeah, check us out. Ask us any questions you want. We're as transparent as we possibly can be. We'll answer any questions. If you have any sort of FUD, if you see anything that kind of looks sketchy, we'll address it. We'll talk about it. We'll figure out what happened.
Perfect.
And we really want to be transparent. We want to be the people that you can trust, and we want to be the icon.
Now, if I could just pair this with a Dorito coin, we're on.
Right on.
All right. All right, man. Thanks a lot. I'm going to drop you back down.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. We really do appreciate you being here. All right. That's the second Shiller in. So we're going to be talking and bringing up our first person here. Let me jump back into the main so everybody can see. Mr. Quinton, if I remember correctly, the first person in was Rumi, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But before we do that, we're about half hour into the show. And that's 1/4 of the show time, right? And normally we're usually sitting about maybe 500-600 people at this level. But you're watching the Shogun Gunsho right now in your respective streams, right? And we have 3 panelists that are here today sharing through their stream, or 2 of them sharing through the stream, I think, and a sponsor. So there's quite a bit of that process happening. And what's happening right now is we're sort of going into this little bit of a viral zone where the algorithm is starting to check on things, and we're all starting to get past our normals. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here in a second after I take this screenshot, and I want everybody to see that how powerful this system is. We have 1,262 people consecutively watching the stream, and that's all of you that are out there watching right now. So in your prospective streams, you should all have like MERV on Sol is at 43, Shogun Crypto sitting at 332. I'm not even worried about Trader Max. Super Robot with Smoking Giraffe sitting at 276. Baby Trump. That's why they're the sponsor, sitting at 590. What a kick-ass thing, man. Nice job. I can't, boy, man, let me tell you. And you know what? These numbers are real. They're in time. We're trying to get something out there with our API. There's an SDK or a SDK system for StreamYards that we're going to be getting on our website here soon, so we can show it from there as well. But what a great thing you guys have done by being here today and supporting the coins that are all out there supporting you and giving you some of these great products out there. Rumi with MERV the Cat, you are up next in our shill position.
Hey, it looks like my hair got even worse since I saw you before.
That's okay. Your wife may have came in and like rattled it up a little bit to get you that.
I think my dog was pawing at my head.
Now we didn't get a chance to see the real Rumi in there, but
yeah, he's where is he? He's over. He's down here. He'll probably jump up on my lap at some point. He's not a lap dog though. He's too big.
Yeah. So tell us, because we've met you before in some of our spaces. We love having you here. We got a lot of stuff because you and another cat coin, right? I think it was, or we're looking to do a charity thing here soon, which we still got to get back into because we kind of lost in the direction there. But tell us about MERV the Cat and what you got for us and in that entire thing.
Yeah, so MERV the Cat is a famous cat on TikTok with coming close to 2 million followers on TikTok and 700,000 followers on Instagram. And the owner of MERV is a dear friend of mine. His name is Chad. He's a normie, but he's also a Chad. And he basically gave us permission to use his IP to create the MERV on Sol token. Yep, there's our website. And we're actually in the middle of redoing our website so that it's more accessible for normies to be able to buy through the website and to buy the NFTs through the website. So that's going to be happening this week. We kind of made it a very degen style website, which is just fun and entertaining, but we're going to make it a little bit more accessible to retail because one of the biggest things that just happened was, Trump created a token and that was a green light for retail to come in. And one thing that we really haven't been doing with MERV, the TikTok platform, has been kind of hard shilling because MERV itself is a business, and Chad makes money off of the sponsorships that he has with that business. And so he's been very delicate with how he promotes it. He's shared about it, but he hasn't gone hard. But now that crypto is kind of more in mainstream and is becoming more acceptable, he's excited to do some more posts to share with his community and really onboard the MERV community. And people have been DMing him, how do I get it? How do I get it? He's just such a normie. He can't explain it. So we're going to take the opportunity to create some fun content around the token and how to get it. What we've been doing recently. So we kind of hit a hiatus due to emergency situations in Los Angeles. If anyone doesn't know, LA has suffered many wildfires. Family and friends have lost their homes, and that's where we're from. I'm fortunate to have a home in Northern California as well, and I basically evacuated, and I'm up here now. But we've been raising funds and charity for supporting the local animal shelters that are overrun by all the animals that have basically fled from the fires, that have lost touch with their families, and they're overwhelmed. I mean, these shelters are overwhelmed. You can only imagine how many animals, thousands of homes burned down. And so one of the things that we wanted to do from the beginning was use the platform to raise funds for charity, but it was kind of a slow go. Now we're going to use the proceeds from the MERV NFTs. So if you love MERV, you're a MERVer.
I love it.
There he is. And so we're going to use the NFTs, the profits from the NFTs, to donate towards Pasadena Humane Shelter. It's one of the few non-kill shelters. So we support the animal shelters that don't, put the animals down. That's really important to us. So we're going to start there. And is it okay to share some alpha?
Yeah, actually, since you're a panelist, let's save that for the alpha portion of the show.
Got it.
If you don't mind. But let me tell you, man, look at these fucking numbers. 2.5 million.
Yeah.
I mean, beautiful. Nice job. I mean, they're your pin posts too, but these are awesome. 300,000. I'm still sitting at like 500-600, and not even K. I'm talking 500-600. And because I don't know, Shadow Ben is old dude. I don't know, whatever it is. But this is awesome. I love the fact that you're utilizing TikTok in this process. Pretty soon, if we ever get StreamYards to stream directly and not shadow ban us in TikTok as well, it's like YouTube and TikTok seem to be having some sort of same calamity there with, sharing our streams and stuff. But dude, thank you so much for being here and being part of the panelists. I love to see what we're going to be able to talk about in our chill portion. Will you stick around with us?
Yeah, I'll be around.
Absolutely. All right. Well, a lot of great stuff coming with you guys as well. A great barrier of entry, of course, in the site or on the chart as well. If I can ever get to the chart, it's a solid. I want everybody to see this because I'm great. I'm a person who loves technical analysis, and I'm really good at that part of it. But I'm a great proponent of looking for working channels, and this is something, as all this stuff, even from back in December, big deviations, and of course, the end of the year, another little deviation here. But this giant, beautiful panel, we talked about this the last time you were on the show, that you have this great opportunity of this working channel that sits here from 100,000 to 255. This is a strong influx of going up, buying in this mid zone we call the mean, right? This is a good thing because you're above the mean right now. This means a good buying power to be up in here to vibrate in this area, that your stuff is safe, especially with all the great stuff, the new website and everything else. This would be a great coin to front run and get in with a slow mover up to this topper echelon. And then as it pierces through with the new stuff, you're just going to be killing it, man. I can't wait. I'm going to be over getting into the coin as well with you here later on as well.
Awesome. Yeah. And one of the things that we've been trying to do with the community that we're building is creating a buy wall, right? So that our floor just keeps rising, and we're doing it slowly because, the goal is to build this organically. As the people that love MERV, they're the believers, right? Where we want to attract the believers and the people that see the potential and know that once you turn it on for 2 million followers, even 1% of that is significant, right?
It's a lot.
And we haven't done that yet because we really have been just trying to build our floor. And also there was bots that got in the beginning, and then old holders that, you got to shake people out a little bit before you let it loose,
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. There's a lot of there's a lot of movement when everything's positive, but when you get stuck in that work environment and things are going, and maybe the dev has their head down or things are going on, there's a lot of talk. And sometimes it has to shake out, it has to drop. Nothing always stays up. And if it does, be wary of it, right? Because it's going to have a big fall. So, but thank you, Rumi, for being here. Thanks for being a part of the panelists. We're going to jump into the next Shiller. Mr. Quinton, who do we got next?
So up next, down below, I think they're ready. I know I was told to give them some time, so just in case they may not be ready yet. But we have down there is Shmert here for Macho. We got a lot of support from them in the chat.
All right, awesome. I see that, right? So before we bring them up, we'll give them a couple more seconds now that they have an understanding they're going to be coming up. But I wanted to do another quick station identification. Shogun Gunsho is really about flexing your muscle, right? We play on words, Shogun, Gunsho, whatever, right? But the concept here is that we're looking for coins and communities to partake in our show, but not just our show, our community, our network. We are builders, we have bots, we have networks, we got SaaS networks, we got all these great things, but we're always trying to do our best to be as transparent as possible with as much honor and righteousness as we could possibly muster in this industry without being a real ass, right? And that's tough. In this world, there are so many people that come at us and fight with us, and there's so many fake networks out there, so many people who can fake bots and show things that are happening that really don't provide the numbers, but these are real numbers. 1,573 right here. We're still only at 37 minutes into the show, and we're probably going to break some records today with the natural flow. We did get on our second show on Saturday into the 18,000s, but a lot of that was from a DDoS attack. But we had about 3,000 people, and I would really like to see us get to 3,000 if it's a possibility. So make sure that you're liking, you're sharing, you're putting this out there, get it into your bookmarks, get it into your reposts. For every Twitter you got, get it out there, show the love for your community, because this is a community effort. This is a combined effort of all of us streams. Solana Baby Trump kicking it with 750 in there. Now we just hit 1,600 just in that one little reach. We went from 15 to 1,600 very quickly, 30, 40 viewers right there. And people were keeping their attention. This isn't just people who come to the show and it acts as a counter, because it does drop, it does go up. These are consecutive people watching. And if you are here and you are watching, I want to thank you for taking this time out of your busy day to watch what these people have to say and to try to make your life better, either by the positiveness from each one of them or simply getting investments and making some money. All right, enough of me blabbering on. Is Shmert here? Still need some time? The real Shmert. Macho. Not yet?
Yo,
Wait,
yo,
there he
yo,
is.
I'm here, I'm here, I'm
Hey.
here. Hello.
Welcome, buddy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, not too bad. We're kicking some butt in here today. We got 1,600 plus viewers. We're having some fun. Why don't you start your stuff by telling us what is Macho?
So it's Macho CTO. So the
Macho's
CTO
Jim,
part, yeah, all good.
All right, yeah. now it's a whole new coin going to fire up. Machado's coming next week. Macho CTO, of course. Trying to pronounce it in Spanish. Jesus Christ, loving life. Here you go. Let me get you up here in the top here, so you can be a part right here. Tell us about who Macho and what's the CTO. We kind of know the story of a CTO, but let us have it. What's going on? What happened? And what can you tell us?
Well, it's a pretty similar story to what someone was talking about. I think it was High Cow when they were saying that it was just a team of lads and they got the rug pull and they just decided to do their own project, etc., etc. But with Macho, we actually done a community takeover. So originally it was derivative for Michi. So what happened there was the original dev actually had a cabal and they slow farmed the project from 10 million down. So essentially they just started rug pulling the community, etc., etc. Some of the community figured this out and they started fighting for the CTO. So what happened in that process was the dev actually tried to deny the CTO in the beginning. So he prevented the community from taking over the project with blocking deck screener, blocking the CMC, blocking every listing. All if you know the takeover process.
Insert story here. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we then done the community takeover. We fought and we got the deck screener. We got paid for deck tools, etc. His cabal was in the first community takeover without us knowing. We actually thought that they were the diehard community for Macho. and we had a space on the Twitter that we had created for the community takeover, and the cabal members were the ones that created it, so they actually rug pulled the Twitter, deleted the Twitter, and created a lot more disruption, which dropped us to the low of 60k market cap. That was the lowest point we hit. That was it was a burning ship. A lot of stuff was happening. We decided to just settle down, knuckle in, and we were like, all right, 60k, we can run this, like we can run this back up to 10 milli, we can run this back up 100 milli easily. But in that moment we didn't know how, but we were like, we're doing it. So we bought up the floor, we bought up the supply. We had a team member who came up with a narrative of a tap game, which is a tap to earn game, and it was a very good narrative at the start. We had a strong roadmap. We had the light paper rolling out. We actually had the game developed, beta passed, and everything. We rolled out the game. We launched the game. We launched our first marketing phase. During that process, we rose up to that 1 million market cap again. And we were actually, in that process, we were doing liquidity pools and DLMMs. So we actually managed to make some money. We were going to push chart up even higher and do buybacks. But what happened was that team member actually just sold on market on top of all of that pressure, and just killed the chart, killed the marketing, killed the buybacks, killed the narrative, mainly because we didn't have access to the developers, because he was the point of contact through all of it. A lot of mess was left behind, and that retraces back down again. So what happening now is basically we all still stayed as the community. We all still locked down. We had the Christmas time to kind of rethink stuff and get kind of a plan going again. So I don't know if Sebastian's listening, but he came up with a plan to create Macho in a certain way where it's going to be a place where you can kind of come and learn about how to actually manage the cryptocurrencies and meme coins in a way where you don't actually just shit on all the projects by selling. So we're going to teach people how to include DLMMs, liquidity pools, how to make money on the fees, meteoras, etc. You know the stuff if you know it. I'm not going to drop too much alpha because I know people do be listening, and but it's just a little gist of what's going on. And there's a big roadmap right now in our TG at the moment. We don't have it posted on our website because we're going to have to go through all the updating, and we're going to have to do the whole thing again. You know what I mean? But
cleaning.
The floor is held, and I heard you mention that Shogun have 70-something% supply. We currently have above 60%.
Good.
So that's another thing I heard you talk about. I think it's a very bullish thing, and I heard High Cow talking about their team members not doing it for the money. They're doing it for the communities and for the sake of doing it for the project, etc. That's kind of what the team at Macho and the whales of Macho are like, because I'm not going to say names, but there's about 3 or 4 lads in the Macho community and team that are kind of at that level too, where they don't give a fuck about the money. They're solely doing this because they've been here for 7 months, and they see people like PG, for example, who's putting his heart and soul into the project every day, every night, and he's living in a country where, for example, it's just tough to make it. So they feel like they can help those type of people in the community, and then also teaching them about the passive income streams, how to actually use DLMMs, how to use the charts in a proper way. But we also do partnerships with a lot of projects and a lot of communities, and do a lot of networking like that. So we do have an ecosystem built with a lot of solid teams as well. I've seen you partner with Tracky, for example, with Shogun. We partner with Tracky too. Memezilla's out there. Shout out Memezilla, Kit.
There's a lot of great ones out there.
There's so many names I could drop, bro, but that's
a whole show in itself. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff in there.
But
so listen, what I see so far is again, we can step and repeat the same conversation of a working channel that is predictable. And when you really learn how to find it, because this is on a 4-hour chart now. Remember, this is a lot of time. This is December, November. I think I spoke to you back in October or September when you were first getting into this whole CTO process here. Because the moment I draw on a chart, it stays on there for me over Deck Screener. But the concept here is this is a wide ass channel, 135 up to 3. So it's a 165 channel here of market cap, and you're above the mean here for this time period, which is a structured mean, which means that you guys are in there working and you're building and you're structuring. As you get your shit together, this thing is going to stay up in this upper echelon. And as you release all these great things that you're talking about in the alpha that's coming, you know, that's another stable launch area to be into. You should be buying into this portfolio. If you're watching right now, Macho has a great team over there. They have a nice set of people, 1,400 people in there. Their Twitter is solid. And listen, they've had to remake this Twitter. 6,700 people. This was remade. So when you know these things, when you do a little fundamental and you listen, don't just sit and listen to my words on it. Go into the room. Go talk to the people. If you love the dog, if you love the narrative, if you love that whole process, get in there and ask questions. Be respectful, but see that they are putting the work. This is how you validate whether somebody's got the work behind them. So thanks for being here today. I appreciate you taking time.
Yeah, of course. No, thank you for the invite, and thank you to Shane. It was a last minute thing. I was literally coming back from the shop and had to fill out the form, so I just quickly filled it out. I was like, I'm coming here.
Got you in the nick of time, man, which is awesome. We love shillers
sure.
like you who are willing to come in and do the work. Listen, I want to come in and talk to you into your TG as well here over the next 24, 48 hours. Because I think what I would like to do is come in, do a coin read, do a vested coin read, and become a part of your network here. You know, because you are a force to be reckoned with out there. When coins make these relationships with other coins, they put that ego aside, because it is about the community, is about learning and teaching about LMMs and learning about liquidity pools and all the stuff out there. I'm a proponent of learning as well. So I would like to know what you know and come over and help out as much as I possibly can, and any information I can help provide as well.
Yeah, for sure, man. It'd be amazing. We're literally having a voice chat, I think, in 2 days dedicated for that. So anyone who actually wants to learn about the LMMs, liquidity pools, I mean, the two boys, Sebastian and JC, are going to be there. You can ask them any question, they'll have every answer for you. They're wizards when it comes to this stuff. And JC, I was literally talking with my friend here. He's 59, bro. He got into the space a year ago, and he's cleaning it up, man. He's cleaning up the space.
Is he my brother? He might be my brother. I don't know. I'm 56, man. You know what? This industry is about us from the W2 world making a difference now in the crypto world. That's what this is all about. But
gotta give a shout out to the OGs, I suppose, eh?
Yeah, right. Yeah, the old goats now, right? That's what it is. All right. Shmert, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you, everyone here as well. Listen.
Absolutely. And that's how it's done. So another great thing here is, like, with these coins coming in and talking about what they're talking about today, you know, we hear the same story of the CTO that comes in, and you get these wonderful people. You know, one of the things that we're talking about is AI agents and that process, and can they contribute to a TG and its availability to have that human element there as well. You know, it's all fun and games until, you know, with fact checking and doing other things like we heard from the Society Library. I think that the next conversations that we're really going to have is the humanizing side of that. And then what does that really look like for all of us, which we'll be talking about in our kill zone. Mr. Quinton, do we have any other shillers? Was that our second shiller in?
Yes, that was our second shiller. I know that B was in here. I saw him in here for a bit. I don't see him anymore. I'll reach out to him. But then we can go through a panelist, and then maybe hopefully I can get him back in that time.
Okay. And we have Davidson for Holy Cow or High Cow. All right. So what we're going to do is that we're going to bring in the next person that came in here. Super Robot from Smoking Giraffe, another panelist. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some stuff, and I don't know what happened to my link over here. Go figure. You can go ahead and start talking about what Smoking Giraffe is. And
great. Yeah, so we've been around for quite a bit now. On Solana, we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary in March for the token and the project. And before that, we were working on Raven Coin back in the day in 2022, doing NFTs and stuff like that. And then moved to Solana, obviously, because cycles had shifted and it became a very popular chain, whereas Raven Coin did not. So took the opportunity, right, to bring it to a much bigger audience. But we do some great work with animal conservation as part of our theme. We've done thousands of dollars in donations to giraffe conservation at this point. They're a very endangered species. So we've worked with the Giraffe Conservation Foundation and Save Giraffes Now to do some of those donations. we're also heavily focused on having really strong tokenomics. So we have a 470 million token supply that's going to continue to go down as well because we do consistent burns. So we're really focused on the tokenomics to make it really attractive as kind of more of a longer term hold, a more traditional meme coin where it has that hodl mentality where we want to, eventually take it really, really high as we have more and more people onboarding onto the token and make it a token that people can feel comfortable with as well. So a lower supply obviously can create a bigger demand shock once that demand comes in, can help a lot with controlling the supply as well amongst core community holders. So we have a deflationary model with that where we're doing consistent burns, keeping the supply low. Obviously, most meme coins on Solana are a billion supply, so we're less than half of the typical supply for a Solana meme coin, which is really nice. And then we also have a Meteora liquidity pool now where holders can stake their Giraffe coins in the Meteora pool and earn, right now it's about 60% APR on Meteora. So there's a lot of incentives there for token holders because it is deflationary. Plus, you have the option of being rewarded just for holding, right, with the Meteora pool. So the Meteora pool also boosts our liquidity, which is really nice. So the more people that participate in that, not only are they earning rewards, they're helping our tokenomics as well. We have about, I think at the current market cap, the valuation of the Meteora pool is around like 12,000, something like that. So it's about 15% of our overall liquidity right now, and we're working on boosting that. We just set that up a week ago, so I'm really excited about the results we've had with that so far. A lot of people staking already, so it's great to see that participation. But we have a great community. These people have stuck through the thick and thin with Giraffe for, like I said, almost a year now on Solana. And we still have some OG people from the Ravencoin days as well. So the people that have been introduced to us and joined our communities have typically really liked us and have stuck around for a long time. So we have a really core group of like super diamond hands guys on this that love the project, and they've been super supportive. So that's been great as well. We get into the NFT side as well, right? So we've done the Ravencoin NFTs. Then we did some Bitcoin ordinals when those were popular. And then we focused a lot recently on the Solana side with 2 NFT collections. One of them is part of my profile picture that you see, and then we did an AI-generated collection as well, and both were sold out. So both are minted out. Both are listed on Magic Eden, the whole deal. We're really happy with the results from both of those NFT collections. And, of course, a lot of those profits went to both buybacks and animal conservation donations. So the other thing is we even have a merch store. I'm working on editing it. We have to get some new stuff up on there. Some of the stuff I think is out of print because it hasn't been updated in a few months now. But we do have a lot of neat merch that you can buy. A lot of people have. And 50% of all of those profits we do to giraffe conservation as well. And then the other 50% we use, to fund the project as it does. People that know when you're working on a token for this long, it can get quite costly with all the marketing and just helping the tokenomics, the buybacks, the burns, the whole deal. All of it costs money. But luckily we have, a system that has worked for us where between the merchandise, the NFTs, and now the staking pool, we can generate, more than enough revenue to keep the project going and to keep it going strong and always innovate. So the next thing we're working on that we just posted on our Twitter a few days ago, our kind of 2025 roadmap for Q1, Q2, which mentions an AI agent that we're working on. We plan to launch that through the Build platform this week. So it's definitely on theme with what we'll be talking about later in the show. So we're very excited to launch that this week. And then we also are working on a video game. So we're huge gamers, myself, and then a lot of my buddies and people involved in the community. We love games. So we're doing like an old school RPG kind of detective style game featuring our smoking giraffe character, which we're pretty excited about as well.
Well, some of the conservational stuff that you can do is get them the nicotine patch, of course.
Yes,
unless it's a different type of smoking. I don't know. But no, I love it. You know what? I'm telling you, I'm looking at the websites and I'm seeing not just, everybody's sort of like they throw some sort of, spectral white paper stuff together, but yours has like a different feel of the process here. Is like there's not just a feel for the community in giraffes, but a feel for what the community is deriving behind it, and that's always good, because when you do that, when you think of many sources to keep people working, and why to hold, that's the biggest thing, is why to hold, giving them, either rev share or farming yield capability, single side staking. The more that you can kind of give back to that, the longer that they'll stick with you. And when they see the growth and they feel the growth, that's where a lot of this comes from. So great job sticking with us tonight. I appreciate Super Robot for being here.
Yeah, thanks again, and I look forward to talking about the AI stuff as well.
Yeah, me too. I think there's going to be a nice little segment in here as we finish up here with the last couple of shillers and some words from our sponsor in the mentality. But before we jump into the next segment here, I want to kind of give everybody a little heads up. As I try to talk slower, we are gaining on another big number, I should say. But as I ask questions in our backstage, is like, when was the last time somebody had seen a space that you were in that had 2,000 plus viewers in the first hour? And you can now say, if somebody ever asks you that question as shillers and fillers here, now, so we just hit 2,000. I stopped it right there, but we're sitting like 205, and then 2005. These are, if you're watching right now, you're watching on Shogun Gunsho. I'm Trader Max. We're joined by Mr. Quinton and Mr. Amos still? Yeah, Mr. Amos is still here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, man. I'm here.
Of course, the talking bot doesn't shut the fuck up. So maybe I'm the bot. Maybe I'm the bot. Maybe you don't know. Maybe I'm the bot. Who knows? But the concept here is this was done because we wanted to change what this industry was. This is not easy. There's a lot of people out there that use StreamYards and use the network out there just to kind of keep their conferences going, doing that stuff. And I hope more people start using it because this really gets it out there. I'm going to take you over to, let me take you to my Twitter channel here. This is my profile for Shogun Cryptos. And you can kind of see right over here on the right-hand side. Why? Look at this. Official Baby Trump streaming 963 there, right? And that emulates exactly what's in our network, right? There's 967 and I have on mine. This has 963 because it's growing. Shogun Crypto 554, Trader Mac, yay, 203. There's other in here. I think because I haven't had a lot of contact with the others in here, that's why some of them are not showing. But I know that they're in there. You can probably see it on your own channels out there. If you're in here supporting one of your favorite coins that are in our panelists today, please give us some love inside that chat room. Go and find the others that are in this network from those other coins. They're going to be in all the videos of the replays. We're going to have them on our system as well over at Shogun. When you click on the Shogun work here, you're going to be able to go down in this top part. You'll be able to see where all the coins that were here today will be have links to their bios. We're going to be sending to all the shillers here today time codes of your shill from our system as well. So make sure that you have some time to share the love there as well. All right, Mr. Quinton. I don't think we did get B back. Yay, there we go.
He's here.
Let me jump him up here. Now, is this information in this? It is. Yes, it is. Mr. B of the Humble.
What up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Doing good, my man. How you doing? You here to throw some love over at GOA?
Yeah, man. I got my assistant here with me. Say hi, baby boy. You say hi? Say hi to Trader Max. Oh, he got shy just at the
he got
minute.
shy. He's like, who is that? Who is that? Who is that, Jack? We're gonna take that guy out.
Who's this guy?
That guy?
Yeah. Who's this guy?
Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much again for having me. Full disclosure for everybody, I am part of the Shogun team. And I have a lot of side hustles. This just happens to be one of them. This is a CTO. So I'm just going to give you guys a little rundown of what's going down in the Gulf of America. You guys ready?
Yeah, hit us up, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Solana legends, patriots, and meme lords, let me introduce you to GOA, the Gulf of America token. It's map changing money, baby. This isn't just another pump. It's history in the making. Right now, we are on the brink of one of the most iconic rebrandings of all time. When Trump took the oath of office, the Gulf of Mexico, a name that stood for over 5 centuries, was reborn as the Gulf of America. That's right, one of the largest bodies of water in the world, reclaimed as a symbol of American pride. This isn't just a renaming, it is a seismic cultural shift. and you have the chance to invest in the narrative before the headlines start flooding in. Imagine a moment the ink dries.
Oh,
sorry, I lost my audio there, Max.
That's all right. Imagine when the ink dries. That's the last part we heard.
All right, good. Oh my God, that's funny. Hold on here.
$10. Your kid touched the screen or did something.
What a little stinker, huh? Isn't that how it works?
You know how it goes, baby.
All right, I got you. I got you.
There
Guys,
you go.
don't worry. I'm coming back.
We got you.
All right, here we go. Let's see. All right. Here it is. We've already seen federal agencies, the Coast Guard, and even global institutions adopting the name. It's on government maps. It's in official documents. Google tried to stand in our way. They resisted. They mocked us. But now they've folded like a cheap suit. They've announced the Gulf of America will officially replace the old name on Google Maps. And now, folks, it's time to take on the next enemy, Apple. GOA is not just a token. It's the ultimate emblem of this seismic cultural shift. It's the rallying cry for patriots across the country, and the momentum is unstoppable. Our community has become a powerhouse of creativity and energy, a meme factory that would make even the most seasoned marketers jealous. The vibes immaculate, the tokenomics a thing of beauty. And here's the best part. We're still early. When the media catches up, when Apple caves under the weight of this movement, when the Gulf of America becomes the default name for the world's most iconic body of water, what do you think will happen to GOA? I'll tell you, it's going to the moon. The headlines, the memes, the debates, they're all fuel for the rocket. And the smart money, they're already in. Patriots, this is your time to make a stand, to invest in something bigger than yourself, to be part of history in the making. You can either join the tidal wave of this movement or watch from the sideline as it surges past. The Gulf of America isn't just a name, it's a declaration. And GOA isn't just a token, it's the future. So ask yourself, are you ready to seize this moment? Are you ready to claim your place in history? Join the Gulf of America takeover now, because soon everyone will be saying the same thing. GOA wasn't just a token, it was the movement that changed everything. The tide has turned, the Gulf is ours. Let's make history.
Nice job. I love it. See, you got this passion behind it, and I love it. And I know, you know what? This is not something you do every day, but you definitely, man, you kicked it. That even with the slight little side stuff there, you know, that's
I'm
okay.
working on it. It's
You're
rusty.
doing it, man. You're trusted, baby. You know,
Listen,
listen, you got no fear of being in front of people. You can't be in a band and be in all that stuff, and everything you do, it just leads you into this, man. You're an awesome musician. You're a family guy. You're everything, dude. And
thanks, buddy.
That GOA just is, man, they're so lucky to have you, dude. I'm lucky to have you over here because you and your brother and everybody else in the family that are with us, just you add such value to who we are. I can't.
Oh, we're having fun, man. It's a good time.
That's all that's important.
I'll get better at the shill too. Don't worry.
The better. If you get any better, man, you're going to be rivaling some of the best that are out there, dude. Already. I love it. You're prepared. You got the speech ready. You got it in. Becomes a little bit more natural every time I hear you say stuff, and you're doing great. Just keep up the good work,
man. I appreciate it. My roommates are like, you know, they're trying to be on the team too, so we'll get some help. This guy will help me out.
Good. I'm looking forward to it. All right,
Thanks,
B. Thank you so much. Just stick around with us as well. But you know, there's a lot of stuff happening. You know, get your team member, you know, your TG in here too, and have them just like put their thumbs up in the rooms and wherever you can bring them at. We'd appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, brother. Now, listen, there is a lot that happens behind the scenes that most of you don't know, especially with our network of Shogun and the programs that we've created. But one thing is for sure, we always try to strive to bring you the next way of doing things. When we were building our bots, you know, I had met with hundreds of communities, and I've been in so many communities and talking to people. We've done so many coin reads and visiting with charities and communities and networks. And one of the biggest things that I asked is, what do you want in a volume bot? What do you want in a network? And they all said more control, right? Like they want to control the wallets, they want to control the time. And I listened, and that's how I build things. I build things under the perspective that, yes, we can emulate other big powers that are out there. But what we want to do is give that control back to the people, right? Not just us making money, because yes, we do make money, but in our bots, we put us second. We put you first, you know? So the upfront cost, little to nothing, you know, especially like our Anvil bot compared to what's being built out there. We give you the power in the Tsunami system in there to put your soul in, and then we take money from the transactional fees of all the volume that happens. So the better volume you get, the more money we make. And it is lucrative. You check it out over in our Tsunami bot or Shogun Tsunami. You want to have a look at that if you're a coin, if you're trying to build volume to get on the decks and get on the networks that are out there. It's something that's pretty big. Now, with that little mini shill here, I was trying to stall again, hitting 2,200 people, 2,230 just in a blink of an eye. So somebody's pushing on some buttons that are out there. There is just so much stuff that we have to offer as our network. But each one of our network itself is filled with communities and solution out there. Mr. Quinton, who do we have up next? Do we have anybody else down for the shill side?
No more shillers, but if you want, we got our last panelist.
Well, then we got our sponsor, of course.
So
which is Looby.
Yes,
Mr. Steven,
sir.
how you doing, sir?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, it's always really inspiring to hear other people with projects going on, because when you're in the space, it's like you start getting paranoid that everyone's a bad guy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You hear real people talking about what they're doing, and you realize there's a lot of good people out there as well, working in the space.
Yeah, it's hard to fake a lot of stuff when you're in front of the camera, right? Like when you're in here, just the position of your face and everything else. But when you're in a chill environment like this, where people are real and they're talking, they're asking questions, like you were asking questions earlier, which is brilliant. In which we were going to get into our chill position here and talk here with after we hear from our sponsor next after you. But I love you. You're a real individual, an artist. You have a lot of stuff that you're going to tell us about here in a second. But I've always loved, because we've talked to you a few times, and I love the reality of your work behind that side of it, and that's the true essence of who you are. And I appreciate you being here with us today.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what sets Looby aside to a degree. I think is a lot of the art I see in space is AI, and I use AI a little bit, but I kind of make it blatantly AI. 99% of what I do is hand drawn and painted in Photoshop. So, for example, this afternoon, every other Tuesday, I do a live stream where I'm drawing or real art with a pen and paper, and people can see the process. And I think people really like it. It's what I'm having to overcome one of my fears, because I hate people watching me draw and paint. It makes me lose that kind of Zen focus, because I'm like conscious of someone watching me. But it's always good to get over your fears, and just as a reference point, so people know where I come from. I worked at Rockstar Games for 16 years. I came over in 2001 to work on the GTA 3 cover as senior artist at Rockstar Games. Worked on Vice City. It's just me doing the art for those two games, and then we got a team for the rest of them. So 16 years at Rockstar. And after that, I went into real, doing gallery art, and eventually ended up doing NFTs. So 2021, I think, or 22 was the first NFT collection I dropped, which was 6 characters. It is a project called Fear City. It has an extensive collection of gangs and cops and the mayor of the city. And, I was up until the meme coin, I was still painting Fear City art. But Looby, let's talk about Looby. Looby, my friend John phoned me up and he's like, let's do a meme coin. Have you got any characters? And I have tons of characters. So I sent him a 40-page deck of characters. And so last minute, I'm just going to drop in a picture that my 5-year-old son did. And that's the one he chose. So
yeah, go figure.
So you see on the left is my 5-year-old son's drawing, and then on the right, we did a book together where he would scribble or do characters in his style as a 5-year-old, on the paper, and then I go in and draw them and to have more dimension and background, have dialogues going on with other freaky characters. So it's a nice kind of like birth of an innocent little character, even though he's got a cigarette in his mouth, which I don't know what but because I way before then.
Yeah.
No, that's a tradition we keep with Looby. He always has a cigarette in his mouth, and I've written his story and his grandfather's story and all the lore, and I really want to kind of start expanding all those episodes and do various comic books.
Mhm.
I had a comic book published last month on Scout Comics called Thumper, which is about a teenager that's a vigilante that wears a possessed mask of a white rabbit and goes around killing people in Fear City, killing criminals. So I have that experience with publishing, and hopefully with Looby, I'm going to do some of that. But the team, we have it's a really amazing community, and it was a real eye opener for me, because coming from the NFT space, as much as I love my First City community, they buy the NFT, and then the team, I do all the work basically, and the team does the work, and we hopefully, they get a lot of stuff given to them and community, and talking together and stuff. But with the Looby community, everybody's working for the project, and it's just like I've never seen anything like it before. It's like it's almost like communism, working communism. If communism work, this is what it is. Everybody working for themselves, and I have a great team of admins. A guy called Justin has just come in as a CTO, and he took a meme coin called Hedge from
Yeah, I know them.
Yeah, that didn't have any money, and it now is kind of like it's doing incredibly well. So I'm confident that Justin is going to take us to the moon. But if you look at the chart, we're holding pretty strong.
Yeah,
that peak right at the beginning, but throughout all the crap that's going on at the moment, we're holding. And we have a lot of we got rid of the Jeets, which was an experience for me when I got a bit sensitive at the beginning when the people were like dumping on Jeeting, and it's kind of like, oh my god, what? But now it's kind of like that's just part of the process,
Yeah.
go along. So
I see such great potential with this as well. Not every coin has this heartbeat sensor kind of mentality that happens. It's been going on since December. We refer to the yeets now in our network as sweat, right? Like these are the toxins that leave our body as we're working. Those that leave and they don't see a professional process with this, it's okay for them not to be here. It's okay not to be for everybody, right? That's the tough part, is to find a relationship with your chart, but your workmanship is aces, right? Your community, aces. That's the real commodity. What you deliver from this, where you're taking this, as we talk into the alpha series next, I want to hear some of your story there, what you guys got coming next. I can't wait to hear. But thank you so much for being here and taking some time. I'm really looking forward to the conversation we're going to be talking about in AI here soon. But Stephen, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
My pleasure. Excuse me. As we round into 2400, you're watching the Shogun Gunsho here on your Perspective stream. You might be in the Looby channel, or sorry, you might be in the Baby Trump with 1195. I'm going to post that look right now so you guys can see it. It's going to pop up right there and now. Look at that. Amazing. Look at this. MERV on Sol 101, Shogun Crypto 654 is right around our norm, which is nice. Coming in third, or right in that place is a Super Robot with Smoking Giraffe 449. I don't know who this Baby Trump dude is, but he's hitting 1196, about to hit 1200 himself. This breaks some all-time highs, and I'm pretty sure if they've ever done a space before, I don't know if they've ever hit this kind of number before, which is awesome. These are some great stuff in here. And if you're watching this, you want to be a part of it, head over to shoguncrypto.com and join us over there. If you want to be a sponsor, very inexpensive. We have a very unique system now with our silver coin on how to purchase a show. It has 2 times the value of USD. And so if you buy the silver coin, you can buy more show, more content, more things from Shogun itself, which is awesome. I know that we have our sponsor left, but I also seen a late incomer. I don't know how it got on our sheet. We have to talk to whomever put it on the sheet last second there.
So yes, they got on, they filled out the form, and then we got in contact with them and were able to get them in just in the nick of time.
Well, sort of not in a nick of time, but okay, I can kind of see it, right? Because it's not before the end of the show, but we do have a way to do stuff, and I wanted to be able to bring up the sponsor next. And if you don't mind, I'm going to bring in this particular coin sponsor. I really do appreciate it. We're sponsored by Btrump today. This is basically their show. We did a lot of stuff prior to it. There's still a lot of great stuff to kind of talk about what we're doing, but we're going to bring him up, bring him up to the main here. Let's see. Doraemon, you there? Doraemon?
Oh, hello.
Hey, there you go. How you doing? Sorry about that. You see, you got snuck in there really the last second. It's okay. Do you have like a quick show for us today? I appreciate you. I like what I'm seeing so far, but I'm going to share my screen with you or with everybody here in a second. How you doing today?
Great. Thank you so much for having me on. I actually was having a bit of technical difficulties earlier.
Gotcha.
I've never used a StreamYard.
Gotcha.
So I was wondering if it was like Spaces. I'm more of a Twitter guy myself.
We are on Spaces. We are. It's not really a space, but it is a stream that's running on the Live on X system over there. So we're getting, there's like, if you've been paying attention, there's like a lot of people that are watching. Solana Btrump, our sponsor, just provided us with 1,200 plus viewers in this thing. We're sitting over 2,400. We're going to hit 25. I think we're going to break 3,000 before this show is over, which is an all-time high for us, which we really appreciate. But let's jump in. What is Doraemon on Solana?
Awesome. Well, thank you. Well, Doraemon is
Okay, thank you.
Pretty much, it's a meme coin on Solana. We are a CTO, so a community takeover. Launched last year in March. So we CTO'd it around April. So we've been here probably about
April of last year. You guys took over? Wow.
Yes.
Huge.
So we've been here a while. It's based on an anime manga that was created in 1969. So it's really huge in Japan, huge in Asia. Some people liken it to like the Mickey Mouse of Asia. Very popular, loved by many. It's about a robot cat that came from the future to help out his friend. So, we took over this coin probably at about 40,000 market cap at the time. Our all-time high is about 6 million. And ever since then, we've gone through kind of the whole GD phase, getting everybody out that's not in it for the long run. And we've just been trying to, cook and collaborate with others and really grow this thing to where we know it can go over the long run. We have an NFT collection called Doraemonsters, and we've been working with a lot of content. So we love doing the memes. We love making different videos and comic strips as well. And we really are just gonna keep on trying to grow that community over time and see where we can take this. We try to attend as many spaces as we can. I don't know if you're familiar with the Cat Collective. We are a part of that as well. So trying to do some PvE, work with everyone and anyone.
Absolutely. I mean, communities, there's just a way to transfer information, right? Yes. So when you make connections with people and you got to be part of their community, right? So doing spaces has always been like a really great way to get a lot of people information about, what you're doing and what you're checking on. So I appreciate what you're doing here. This is great. A CTO that comes in, the longevity alone of being there from April of last year, taking a CTO. Usually they just filter out and they just stay and they're not really active. They don't really do a lot. So I'm really glad that, and from what I'm seeing so far, that opportunity to outreach and still be an active part of these communities, which is awesome. So great job.
Thank you.
I'm not even really worried about the chart because it really is it's almost like insignificant to the process here. You have a nice working channel that's here, but this overall value, because I'm on a 4-hour chart. I mean, if we were to go back to the daily chart for how long you have, look at this. This is the first time in the history of the show that I've gone to a daily chart to show the long-term workmanship of a CTO. Look at this value of this work channel that's sitting at like 85,000, and their floor is so substantial. Like, this is a safe bet to just kind of stay, put a portfolio and let it go up a couple percent here and there and pull off money when you need, but not like big bags of it. Like, we're talking 0.5% movement and not needing a lot and being low barrier of entry. You got a great opportunity to buy in. Doraemon, I'm going to probably be over and getting something myself here as I do more of an investigation, get over to do your own research, of course. But thank you for being here and giving a nice show.
Awesome. Thank you for having me. Yes, we are here for the long run. That's what we like everyone to know.
Be proud of that, because most of these guys that come in and they're 5-6 days old and they're like, yeah, we're going to change the world. We're going to be here forever. And 6 weeks later, they're gone. Right. So we've been in this space for about 5 months now, 6 months with our utility. And then our coin's been about 4 months, and we're still here. We're still pumping. We're still building. And I think that's what you guys got in common with that. So great job. Welcome to be here.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that takes us to a little bit more than half of our show. So we're going to have to speed up the second part of this show. And I'm sorry to do that. But before we do, let's begin the process, because we're going to bring in Baby Trump is going to come up next. And we're going to be talking about all things Baby Trump. Now, I know that this one portion of him having a pacifier in his mouth isn't the only thing that they have out there. But as a sponsor goes, we met Baby Trump just a couple of days ago, about a week or so ago. Awesome group of people over there. Sorry about that. My button was keeping going on. We're the Shogun Gunsho here on January 28th, 2025. If you're watching all these great coins and all these great collectives, these charities, these beautiful coins in here in our shill portion of the show. Our sponsor's coming up next to talk about who Baby Trump is. And the official Baby Trump, you still here? Incredible.
Of course. Hello, everyone. First of all, thanks for having me here. I appreciate every single person here, because we are about to enter something, some special times of the crypto time. Pretty heavy meme cycle, I think. A pretty heavy altcoin season will come for the entire market. So yeah, we are entering the biggest meme coin cycle ever, and the main character right now is Trump, I would say. With his meme coin, he broke all records. His own meme coin launched and made history. This isn't speculation or something. This is real. You all saw that with your own eyes. You woke up in the morning, you saw the news, billions of volume and records broken of Shiba Inu and everything else. So yeah. But here's the thing. Most people already missed Trump. So it is a very high market cap. It will run. It will do numbers. But we are like, let's say people are always looking for opportunities where they can say, what's next? They saw it launch. They watch it pump. And now everyone is asking, what is next? So let me tell you, the next more sensible token here is official Baby Trump, I would say, or a lot of people would say. The community is really huge. We've survived a lot of things. So I would say, in generally, meme coins thrives on narrative, humor, culture. So if you're here, you already know that. And what better narrative exists right now than this? If you look at the Trump main coin, the Trump's own token is leading a movement. Official Baby Trump is the next natural evolution, I would say. Every major meme coin has had a strong, recognizable character, I would say. So also Shiba Inu wasn't just a name, I would say. It's a culture. Baby Doge wasn't random. It was follow-up to Doge. So the next big thing will be official Baby Trump. And it will be not happen like tomorrow or in couple weeks. It will be long term. You have to research on the other baby tokens. You have to look how long it did take, and to build everything, to prepare everything. By the way, we are also a CTO, so it did take time to get our shit together and prepare everything. So I would say now let's look at what we have. A real meme identity, I would say. Baby Trump, official Baby Trump, instantly recognizable, I would say. A lot of memes around a Baby Trump on internet. A massive movement. Um, we are here and we are just getting started. I mean, we are just 10 days old or something like that, and endless meme potential. And the memes drive the market, I would say. This is not just another token. You have just to not just to believe my words, follow the facts, do your research. This is a meme where it will do big numbers. It will do a lot of big numbers. We have prepared a lot of things. So also what to say is, let's be real, guys. Crypto is not only about charts, utility anymore. It's also about culture, virality, and engagement. The numbers, they will follow. If you do the culture right, the virality good, the engagement is good, the numbers, they will follow, I would say. So that makes sense to me. So what we do for this, daily spaces, we have really science this token is alive, science this meme is alive. Sometimes we have 2 spaces or 3 spaces a day, but daily spaces are every day. So I didn't see a lot of projects right now out there that doing daily spaces, so just to provide the people, just to let the people come on stage. And that is not only the thing, we have only daily spaces. The VC is also running every day. Everyone is in the community bringing the network together. Everyone is doing something. So non-stop meme creation, because meme fuel hype and adoption, and an actual community, not just holders, but people who believes in the movement. So just check our Telegram, our Twitter, our engagement. It's not fake, it's forced, it's real. I mean, I think we can see it also on the numbers on the show today.
Yeah.
So, so it's everything real, and we are just building and building day in, day out. So we are in the early phase, I would say. Not a lot of big influencers are in, but there are a couple already in. They are also in our TG. Big influencers are already looking at Btrump, I would say. Marketing Waves Planet and rolling out. This isn't just 1 week trend, or this is a full movement. I mean, say the last 10 days we have cooked, we have prepared like CG, CMC, get everything done. Now we're doing our brand kit. We just did look at our website. Our website will be rebuilt, update will come. So you have to, you need a foundation, you need a clear foundation, you need a brand, you need everything set up as clear as possible, and then you can start the rocket. But this is, I would say, the warm up of the warm up what we have right now here. So there come a lot of things. So there is an opportunity for everyone looking here. Of course, I'm not your financial advisor. I just saying the entertainment part and the fun part and the meme part and everything else. The narrative is there. It's early for everyone, so you can do your own research here. So my advice, don't just watch it happen, be part of it, guys. Join the community, feel the energy, see it by yourself. Official Baby Trump is not just another coin. It's I would say we are building like a early uh early phase of culture in the making. Already the community is talking about such things. People are getting friends in the TG. We are also a pretty big team, I would say, a CTO team. So yeah, that's official Baby Trump.
Nice job. As a sponsor goes, you get a little bit more time than everybody, but just, man, there's so much good stuff with this. And as if I jump back to in the chart, I try not to stand on the head too much of like the financial advisor stuff, right? Like we're like, this is not financial advice, but sort of it is, right? It's like, come on, let's be real, right? Like I don't have a fear with that. I was even a fiduciary for some time, and I know the legality of law in there on that process.
The legality part, the legality part.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's
You got to
okay.
do your own research. To be like, hey man, I had a good dinner at that restaurant, or and then
Yeah.
somebody goes and gets food poisoning. Are they going to sue me for doing that? Whatever. But listen, what
Yeah.
we're watching right now, I'm going to show you this on the screen right now, and I want everybody to see this. That again, I'm all about channels, about workmanship, right? The technical side, when it matches the fundamental side, when you go and you look in the baby Trump Telegram, when you go and you look at the Twitter and you see the Twitter response, right? Now, this is why it's important, right? Look at this, 1,696 visitors, right? And you can't see it from here, but I'm going to take a screenshot of it anyway so you can see it from here. 1,540 people are watching. That doesn't mean it's all their visitors, right? That doesn't mean it's their followers, but it means like they're gaining exposure from this because of this. And the more that people interact, the more that it shows up. If we jump, sorry, wrong one. If I jump back over to here, and that's not the baby Trump one. Of course, there we go. If we go back over to here, I'm going to refresh the screen right here, and you're going to see this happen right over to the right-hand side. Because we've already made interaction with them, they're up at the top, right? 1.5, right? It shows live here. People are seeing it. People are watching this. And if they've clicked on a link of anybody else within our network, they're seeing this in here as well. That's why this show works so well. This is why it enhances everything that we're doing for us and for you guys. We're getting at all-time highs for our own crypto, our Shogun crypto system that's over there, right? So everybody that's here, from Smoking Giraffe at 500, from Shogun Cryptos, MERV on Sol, 113, 1,550 people, and it's just climbing. And the big trick here, folks, okay? I'm going to take a screenshot of this as well so you can see it. So it's right in here. You get to see this. This is that little chat room that's on the side there. There are tons of people in the baby Trump stream, just emoji, sharing and liking and tweeting it out there. That's the real algorithm save here. All of you should be in there doing that for your respective streams. All right. So I want to give you some props, baby Trump. Thank you so much for being here as being a sponsor. There is just a lot of stuff that's happening. Excuse me one second. Now, here's the thing. We're an hour and a half in, and we're at the middle part of the show, unfortunately, right? But there's not a 5-hour show, so you got to make a decision here. I think I'm going to have to cut, but we're not going to cut the show right now, but we're going to get into our next segment, which we call the chill portion. And so I'm going to make it a little bit shorter on the chill and a little bit shorter on the alpha, but we're going to try to keep conscious of everybody's time. I'll keep the conversation going as long as possible. I might have to leave for 5 seconds so I can go yell at my wife or something because I need something. But there is a lot of great stuff that we're going to talk about here in the next portion. And I'm going to bring up some people that were in the network down. And I might interrupt anyone when we hit a momentous occasion here. We're about to hit our all-time high. We've already surpassed it. But I want to get to one point of calling out the day here. I'm going to bring up Jamie from down below. And if anybody down below wants to come up and speak upon this, we're going to have a pretty big panel up here today on this topic. Mr. Quinton, did you happen to make a banner for us? And there you go. Yes, there it is. What do you think about AI agents? In this perspective, it's not just about the AI agents themselves. It's about responsive AI agents, ones that respond, or even responding, I should say. What about responding? And if you could do that, Mr. Quinton, get that in there. As everybody's here watching, we've all seen it now, right? AI has been coming out for a while in a whole different mentality, right? I know that decks can be tricked and, all these elements can be messed with and all this stuff. And how do you see AI agents in our world? Because there's a few of you, like I know that Smoking Giraffe is coming out one. There's a a Trump one coming out here on Friday that we're going to be a part of. And they're in the TG and they're responding. I think Bay on Soul is out there doing some stuff. And who do we bring up first? In fact, let's bring up one of our shillers that were here. What do you think about the responding AIs, the ones that get out there and talk, Jamie?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've seen a lot of them, right? And I guess like as long as meme tokens are related to culture, then it's really important. They can encode the latent knowledge and preferences and values of a specific community. They can keep the entertainment flowing. But of course, like that's not the business that I'm in. I'm in the business of utility. So like,
absolutely.
Well, I think chatbots are very cute and useful. I actually think that AI agents serve a deeply political function in that they could radically redistribute power. So, I'm just new to the crypto game now, but when I recall like the crypto space, there's a lot of like talk about decentralizing power. And so the AI agents that we've created are about creating a meta layer on top of the web that can navigate the broken, polluted mess that it is. And so that we're not beholden to algorithms or certain platforms in order to find information, but agents can actually traverse across many platforms and serve up the information that we need to make free and informed choices, as opposed to like it constantly just being indoctrinated and propagandized by the platforms that we're trapped on.
I understand that, and I see that. We were in more of a mundane mentality here of just about responding agents like, "Hey, everybody, my name's Max, and I'm a bot," right? But listen, I think the conversation, yeah, they're cute. That's it. That's all it is, right? But I think that's where the conversation ends at that point. But I see what you're saying. We can go deeper if you want. I mean, this is something that can be not only politicized but weaponized as well. I mean, the mentality there is it's only as good as the persons and the people that are using it or launching it. So that's the tough part. It's like, how do you navigate the navigatable that's controllable by nefarious and controllable things? Like, you don't know who's who.
And people should absolutely be worried. Like in the scholarly literature, there's already been a paper came out, I think it must have been late last year then, about how 3 rounds of deliberation with ChatGPT could persuade people to no longer believe the conspiracy theories that they believed. And it managed to like change many people's beliefs for an enduring period of 2 months. So like, you know, we're creating cute cultural, like little memeing AI agents, while like governments, corporations, and academia are interested in how they can like weaponize it for manipulation so that we can believe consensus narratives and like coerce us into conformity in a way, if that's what they choose to do. And it's just been shown to be effective. So like, do we fight that? Does crypto become like this like effort to decentralize power, decentralize access to information so that we can fight back? Is this our defense in the information war? That's an option. Or, you know, cute memes.
What is exactly, but what is smart contracts? It's a security of the information of everything. You know, it's just so happens to be crypto, has to be financial, but we're protecting it there. We're dealing with some AI companies now, and I'm personally corresponding with most of them. On my side, there's 3 or 4 big AI agent networks that I'm dealing with, and as a consultant in this world of relativity to crypto, we're not just a fun show here. We are really hands-on in this network. One being DAEP, DAEP, which is a huge AI agent culture system of laying product, you know, systems over that AI system and then also verifying who's who and what's what. So this is something that has touched me, and I want to do a whole show on it, you know, and I would love to have you there because I think you've got such a powerful statement here, and I want to devote to that. But as I see more of the mundane feature, our AI agents, this is not whether that they should be here, aren't here. Does it take us away from the cuteness of it, right? Like, this is a cute thing. I like it. But I do think that they do have a power, that they do a job, you know, and you can kind of model that with, hey, here's what they're doing. They're informing the people. Like, you're giving that data set that they're just not acute, responsive, and, you know, some of those really bad AI agents that are out there that are saying some pretty nasty stuff. But Smoking Giraffe, I'd like to hear from you next on the concept of what you guys got coming. We're not too much in alpha. If it is the alphabet, that's good. But what do you have coming as AI agent wise, and what will it be doing?
Yeah, so we're launching our AI agent through a platform called Build, which is a great platform on Solana. It's a no-code AI agent launchpad. You can do AI, API integration, you know, various functions and triggers, etc. We're starting with a fairly basic concept of focusing on engagement, right? So focusing on a bot that can generate engagement via social media, via Twitter specifically. So what we wanted to do essentially is interact with different accounts, right? Be witty, be creative, be fun, and have people hopefully get more eyes on the Giraffe project through that. Obviously, I'm open to expanding it as well as I continue to play around with it. How can we integrate utility with APIs? Maybe something to do with like Bird's Eye API, for example, so it can take a look at more of the blockchain, stuff like that. I think would be a really cool integration as well. So it's very easy to upgrade. So I'm focused on, you know, launching it with the basic task of basically engagement farming to start. And then we want to integrate utility that has to do with the markets as well moving forward. And, you know, this is like my soft shill, because I think people should check that out. It's a really cool project. And it's really makes it really easy for you to launch your own AI agent. I've been messing around with it. I made like a weather agent as well using the Meteor it's like an open source weather API that you can integrate into it. So that was fun to do, and it definitely works. It's functional, so we're excited to launch with that. And I think the engagement farm side is actually a really good kind of early use of these agents, because it is just so important to trigger those algorithms on Twitter now to get the audience. And if you can tailor an AI agent to trigger algorithms and get high engagement, I mean, ultimately you could even potentially monetize these accounts, right? With X's monetization system if they were to get big enough. So you could have these farms of agents, which I predict in the future we're going to see, where people are farming the monetization system through that.
The concept there behind that whole farming solution, from rating and interacting with the social integration systems out there, like there's always this worry in my head, like one day it'll be bots farming bots, right? It'll be agents talking to agents and having conversations, and we're all sitting back drinking lattes and making money on the side. I hate to say it, be like Wall-E, you know, we're all fat and flying around the place, but it could happen. Who knows? But listen, AI agents, if they're a fun tool and they give you a product, just like they're all just part of the tool set, then great. But they're being misused or mishandled. It's like throwing hammers in a crowded theater, right? So I think there's so much possibility for what we have. We just got to use a little bit more fucking common sense. I got to be honest with you. You know, there's no Skynet coming, I hope at least, but the mentality is, I love the simplistic value of it. The mundane is good, but the moment that it goes to what, like Jamie is saying, you know, we got to, who's going to be watching it? Who's going to be curtailing and watching these governmental agencies that not only are coming in and using them, but using them to sort of make people think and sway the way they do? I blame Obama. No, I'm only kidding. I don't blame Obama because he used Twitter or something, whatever we used to get the presidency. But in that thought, who else we have left? We have MERV the cat here with us today. How do you feel about AI agents, and are you using anything in your perspective line that's coming soon?
Yeah, so we've actually been working. I'm part of another project called Starbro AI, which is one of the few XRP memes on the XRPL chain. And we're actually collaborating. The dev of that project works for an AI company and is one of those AI wizards. And he's creating an insane platform. I don't want to speak for him because it's still in beta testing, but he's going to help us with creating an AI agent for MERV, because MERV's a talking cat, right? Like, we don't need to be complicated with what we would do with AI. We're not trying to educate people on, well, I mean, maybe we could educate people on cats.
Yeah, cats and how they, you know, ma'ow means come here. I mean, you can have them teach some languages.
If you say ma'ow to a cat, it'll call it, right? So
apparently, why not, right?
But you know, the core of MERV is its entertainment, right? Even at the core of our TikTok platform and all of that. And that is the core of what meme coins are at the end of the day, is entertainment and, you know, a community belief in something that they really love. They love to share and be a part of. And that is the heart of MERV, as much as we're doing charity work and giving back to animal shelters and all that. Like, we're still here to entertain people. So we're building an AI chatbot with basically in the voice of MERV. We are working on a MERV that will come up on Spaces and talk in MERV's, like, it'll be fun. It's going to just be fun, right? That's kind of the point of it. We're not trying to change the world with it. We're just trying to have fun. What you guys are doing is important. And I value what AI can be for the world as a whole. It can be powerful and allow information to actually be processed and fact-checked and put out there, because we live in the world of disinformation. And I could go on about that. I think that's time for another show.
It is. It's a huge show. And I think it's something that I've had a few people, we talked about AI agents in the network here. I think it's something maybe on a Friday show, because we do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for the Gunsho. But I think this needs its own topic, its own real truth, where panels like this, beautiful conversations about this, and from all walks of this. We have some people that are overseas that they're so super nerdy. They're at like high brow level that I feel like I'm a pretty smart dude, but when I get in the room with these guys, I feel like I'm not speaking in binary enough. You know, I think it's just but still, you gotta bring them down, you know, because they don't know what they're doing. They don't maybe have the social mentalities of what this could physically do in influential market value, of looking at how a bot can infect the market, even in crypto now, right? Before it was like degen up off the roof, up and down, and nobody knew. But now, just with like, I've injected an AI system in my Anvil bot, right? And my Anvil bot is almost like a market maker system. But what I use it for was to depict whether or not there was back pressure coming from the bid-ask spread mentality. And you set it at a level that you want to, like, I feel more risque, or I feel really, I want to be like tight with my money. I want to be careful. And then it makes a decision upon that value on that spread. And it's only simple. It deals with like 5 or 6 data sets. That's it. It doesn't need a lot, right? It's because it's on the market and on the process already. And this does it for because every chart's different, right? Everything acts differently. So it is looking at stuff, but I could have turned it on to be something even more. Back in the day when we released our system for the North American Derivative Exchange, we used a lot of data coming from the exchange itself. And I think we were one of the first ones to build an AI system incorporated into a Forex trading system. And of course, the black helicopters flew over. My business partners that are probably in the chat right now, they're like, yeah, that was a hell of a day. You know, I got like a sequestering happen, you know, and I got bailed out of it, which was good. But we didn't do anything illegal. We just did something that nobody knew about. And now everybody and their mother's like you're talking about going and building a bot, which would have taken me 9 years to make. You did like, oh yeah, look at that. Oh, I built a bot. You know, thank you very much. So I appreciate your prowess, but still, it's like it's still a lot to grow in. Great job.
Yeah, there's a lot of growth. And what you said, AI is definitely shifting the market, even with the competition of what that DeepSeek AI that came out yesterday and literally wrecked the whole market, the stock market, the crypto market. It just like, I don't even understand why, but everything just went right to that. And you can see the effect of just AI technology taking over, and you want to be ahead of it. I think that's really
you're right. By the time you think it's already been thought of and done. It's an electrical impulse that the world's going to live in. And I think we got some other couple more people here that I want to talk to. Looby, what do you feel about, and Steven, what do you think about the whole process of AI integration into the Telegram and responding AIs? Oh, you're muted again, buddy.
Yeah, I'm trying to be too polite.
I could read some of it, but it would be bad lip reading. I could do that for you. That's better.
Yeah, I have to go in a minute because I got a live stream at 3 o'clock on my I Am Stephen Bliss Twitter page.
Gotcha.
I'm going to be drawing with real ink and paper, drawing some emoji stickers. So anyway, AI, with my own experience with this on a micro scale, is that one of the community set up a AI chat with Looby. So he programmed in all the stories and the history of Looby had written, so that the AI brain of Looby has that. So if you start talking to him, you can ask him about his magic walnuts and all this kind of stuff, or he'll just chat to you.
Right.
For regards entertainment, I love that exists, and I'm not scared of AI. There's no point in being scared of what's going to happen. And I love AI. It's a tool. It helps me with my work on a personal level.
Great perspective. Great perspective.
But I'm going to go. But thank you very much for having me on.
I appreciate you, Stephen. We look forward to seeing you again. Before you leave, and I just want to let everybody know, thank you so much for being here for Stephen. We just hit 3,140 people, 47 people consecutively watching the show.
That's the most I've ever experienced on a space.
Then I'm glad that we were able to help you get to attain that all-time high here. We're going to have to do it again, Stephen. I do appreciate you being here. Yeah. Solana Baby Trump really kicking in at a 1,600, about to hit 1,700 with their hard work in there. And again, it surpasses their Twitter account that it's on there. So it's not their direct people, but it's the value that people are seeing to come over. And that's with all of you. And I can't thank you enough for being here. Who do we have next? I think we had Amos and Mr. Quinton, and then we'll actually know. Let's bring out the sponsor here, Baby Trump. What do you see about the responding AI agents conversation that we're having?
I would say I'm pretty a noob what is for AI stuff and everything, but I using couple AIs for like content creation or other things. I also use the FOMO AI agent builder. I think in future, if you did saw the movie like The Gamer or all the other movies which there are a lot of AIs used, I think we are heading towards this times in the couple next years. So AI will be needed for everything. There will be real world usage for it, like toys, everything else. So AI is, I think, pretty important, but I'm not too deep in this right now.
Okay. Well, that's something to kind of think about too, is where do we go from here with what's acceptable and what's not acceptable in the groups, keeping it for entertainment, keeping it for value, to sway people's political opinions. I think we're heading down a slippery slope, as everybody knows. Mr. Quinton and Mr. Amos. Mr. Amos, you first. What do you feel about the world of AI agents? And I know that I promised you that we'd do a segment with you and where you could take control of it. And I'm sorry, but what do you got for me, buddy?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine, Max. About this segment, about AI bots, chatbots. I think they're a necessary step on the evolution of that technology. You know, like where it's exposing everybody on a large scale to a very simplistic form of AI and making people more comfortable with it, which could also be dangerous. I know that my 12-year-old niece told me that she's not buying any boys' Valentines for Valentine's Day because she has her boyfriend on character.ai. So that freaked me the hell out when I heard that. Right. So that's another small danger there. But also, you know, I feel we're probably all heading towards the singularity eventually. You know, our technology is going to kill us. I assume that's probably going to happen probably after I'm dead, hopefully. But I mean,
not
I think
for the reason for you to die, but that's
yeah.
I'm hoping I'm well past the Clinton the baby's great grandkids eye by that time.
Hopefully it's pushed out for the next generation to deal with. But yeah, I mean, chatbots, they're funny. Some of them are so savage when you're talking to them. They really rip you apart. It's a funny thing. Like Jamie said, they're cute. And you know, there's a whole other side of the coin with, you know, AI doing responsible things, and you know that is where crypto, you know, started, is the decentralization away from the traditional banking system. So like, I mean, hell yeah, like that would be awesome if that would be spearheading, you know, social liberation, because we all know that this gets manipulated to a whole other level.
Yeah, of course. Well, we always go back to the 4chan days of just even a simple conversation can turn this okay symbol into something different, you know, in that mentality. And what can we do with data sets? And as they what's the term that they use, that the AI got confused, right? And that confusion can be manipulated as a way as just getting somebody saying, oh, they got confused, and it's still, no, I think it was on set to be done that way. As far as like, you're right, there is a value of like, it is needed to help limit some of the time periods that me going in, no, we're not here for that, so please leave or stop, or, you know, like we all have these TGs where you get these shillers that come in, they're like, DM you, you know, they come into there and they're like, you know, let me talk to and then it's just like, there's nobody in there to get the conversation in. So it causes this thing. And then even interaction, like, hey, where's this? Where's that? What do you guys stand for? Interaction is good, right? But again, the human element has to be there as well. Mr. Quinton, what do you think about AI agents in the last little part of this segment?
You know, like we've talked about AI before, where I voiced my opinion inside of there. I think just as in everything, there's good and there's bad. The social aspect of the responding AI sort of adds in a little bit more components of it, because like we've talked about in here just today, the manipulation side is the scary part of it. Definitely when you're going on things that are factual, or things related to politics, or even moral things, there's components there that are scary. On the other end, it could also have the potential of giving out information really well. So there's also two very many sides of the coin. And I think that's with everything. As information goes on, and someone said inside of here, the next step into this era, there's there's potential for good, there's potential for bad, and as we go on, we're going to get more familiar with how to protect ourselves, and hopefully there's going to be good people out there and then good people working against the bad people, like that quote that you always say.
Well,
But
it takes a few people, a few good people, I'd say men and women, men to not do anything to let the world of evil to take over. And that's what it comes down to, right? We got to get the people that are in charge of these things doing the right thing, you know, and making sure that the watchers are doing the right job.
Or we could build it ourselves. We could just do it
Or we could build-
ourselves. That's the wonderful thing
Exactly.
about this technology. We can actually build all of this ourselves. And like, you know, my organization, we were working at the institutional level, and it wasn't until the crypto, you know, token was named after us that we realized there's this whole mentality about decentralization. And that's what got us putting our intelligence tools into agents to get it into more people's hands. We can build this ourselves.
And protect it with the blockchain. It's protectable. You know, it can't be manipulated if it's done right. It can't be manipulated. It can be, but it has to be done so at a level like you're still going to know. You're going to know because everything's transferable. You see what's being done. So you know if it changes. So if you ever have suspect, you can always check the chain because it's open. So I think you're right. I think there is, with education, like I would love one day for the AI information to be able to be delivered to us on the right model of things that you can ask it. It could give you right now, ChatGPT and all the information stuff out there, you know, it's just too much. But Mr. Quinton, thank you for coming out and helping us explore this world. As you know, your creativity is the next generation. You're 20 years old, my son. Mr. Quinton is my son. He's over there about 48 feet. So we come from that same cloth, of his experimental side of it. He's a great artisan in a lot of stuff. And I know Mr. Amos has a lot of experience in this world. Jamie, thank you so much for being up here with us today. I want to I got to really cut this next part down almost to nothing, but because we are running up on time. But as a reward for you being here, why don't you stay with us up here? If you have any alpha to kind of deliver, that's great. Please do. And I want to kind of reiterate that. In fact, if you could, you know, chuck me, you know, if you got like a minute, 2 minutes about some alpha that may be coming for you guys over at Social Library.
Yeah. Can I actually present my screen and show some alpha real quick?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Amazing. Let's see here. Share screen. Hopefully I'm going to do this right here. Okay, so I'll just show you what we launched today. So this is the Muse of Truth. And what was really interesting is that somebody in one of our soft launches actually asked her to fact check a claim in Mandarin. And then she translated it from Mandarin. And the claim was the primary factor contributing to economic imbalance between rural and urban areas in China is the perceived laziness of rural inhabitants. And in order to overcome bias, we've actually trained her to be a deep epistemologist. So she'll never say what's true or not true. She just says this looks refuted. And you'll see she says, based on the information I found, it seems that the economic imbalance between rural and urban areas of China is attributed to several structural and policy-related factors rather than the perceived laziness of rural inhabitants. The literature suggests that the urban bias policies, such as the Hukou system, which restricts rural to urban migration, play a significant role in perpetuating this imbalance. And then she goes on and on and on and on. And then here are like actually like economic articles describing like the different economic conditions between rural and urban China. So like this was just one fact check, and anyone can go use this on Telegram, Discord, or X right now. So we just launched the Muse of Truth and the Muse of Research. They're available now. And I guess the next alpha is that we have another AI agent in the works, and we've kept it top secret. But stay tuned to see an announcement on February 1st. And she may have some political ambitions. So if you follow us at the SL token on X, you'll get the first notification there. And please use the Muse of Truth. Use her all the time. She's free. She's for you.
Wow. That is amazing. Great job. Appreciate the alpha. Cool. Absolutely. And we're going to be front running a lot of this. We're going to come over and have a look and talk to you as well after the shows and stuff. So I look forward to being able to work with you and setting up a show with you, if you don't mind. Great. All right. I'm going to drop each one of you down as we go. We're going to jump in now to the next portion of our show, which is the alpha, which we just heard from Jamie over Society Library, which, man, I got to tell you, when I get a feeling of good, smart, wholesome people, it is so powerful to make sure you double down with that community. Next up, let's bring up, we're going to go this in reverse. We're going to have Smoking Giraffe with a quick shill. Oh, let's get that banner off there with a quick shill in any alpha that you may have coming up.
Yeah, so I'd say most imminent is the AI agent should be coming out this week. Our first AI agent for that. We're always adding to our liquidity pool. I have a couple more burns coming up as well to reduce our supply some more, and expect within next 1-2 months first gameplay trailer for the video game that we're working on as well. So we have a stacked lineup of things coming about in the next 2 quarters.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I'm taking it. You went a little too fast because I left my screen for a second. I'm like, he's got a couple minutes. That's awesome, though. I appreciate that. What about MERV the cat? What do you got coming out? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
My dog was jumping all over the place.
Every time you come back, your hair is just a little bit more muscled.
It just starts.
I think somebody's coming and giving you scalp massages between things, but that's awesome.
Little do you know. Yeah, so some alpha for MERV. Well, yesterday I went on a prominent news channel. I can't say there's a a NDA and all that stuff signed, so I can't say who it was and exactly what we're doing, but they interviewed me for a handful of things, one being meme coin culture, and the other is something that we're working on as a independent segment for MERV. So that's coming up. I don't know when they're going to put it out, but let's just put it this way. With the combination of already having 2 million followers that we haven't even tapped into, that's the other alphas that I've been working with Chad, the owner, to produce some content that really drives people towards the project and in support. We'll be getting some national attention based on that. We're really campaigning MERV to raise funds for the wildfires in the animal shelters. So that's going to be exciting. And then, yeah, there is going to be some AI stuff that's coming out. I don't know exactly when, so I don't want to spill the beans too much there, but that'll be rolling through soon. So that's just a little bit of alpha for MERV. As far as the segment, I would say within the next couple of weeks or sooner. It's kind of not up to me.
Tough one. Yeah.
Yeah, but and we haven't done all the filming for it yet. So that's going to be coming up, and we're really excited because they're going to document us delivering the donations to Pasadena Humane and all these fun things that are in the works.
Perfect. Thanks, buddy. I really do appreciate it. I can't wait to see some of the stuff come out, and very cryptic on the show. I hope to hear what it is when you're allowed to talk about it.
I can DM it to you. I just can't say it in a public space.
like I'm going to go talk about it. That's absolutely. Yeah. All right. And then finally, with our sponsor from Btrump, what do you got coming out in the next couple of weeks here, bud?
So yes,
website, right?
Yeah, new website will come also. There are some other alphas also. We dropping some here live on the show. So we are working right now closely with some pretty nice animation guys to drop some daily clips on different platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, X, Truth Social, everywhere. Short clips, funny political short clips, parodies. That is the alpha what will come, and there will be not just one or two. So we will drop a lot of them on not AI generated. They are by a human doing so, unique ones. The next thing, a lot of marketing will happen, but some nice press releases will also happen.
Right.
And maybe I will not say it, so I cannot say it that much yet, but things are in development. This isn't just short-term thing, so we are building also on working on a utility right now, and the website. We will get a new website. Yes.
Great. Well, I think we got some stuff for you too for the website side of it, and there's so many things that you're using with our systems and our programs. So there's a whole bunch of stuff that you got coming out. You've been pushing it in with us, and we really appreciate you being here today, and thankful for you as a sponsor. With every sponsor that we have, we vest back into the sponsorship 25% of what they purchase with our stuff today as well. And then we put it on our portfolio that will allow our people to utilize it as well, and to give them some hope on what we're building, and they can watch and patternize with our training network as well. But Incredible Lord, thank you so much for being here today and being a sponsor for the show. I do
Thank
appreciate
you
everybody
also.
here. Normally, I would give last responses to everybody, but I want to kind of just jump in just very quickly. I'm going to jump over to something that has given us a lot of power to go with. Like, you know what, we build bots and we build systems, and Shogun is probably one of the most ethical companies and networks that I've ever had the privilege to help strategize and run. And when I mean ethical, I'm not saying that you go out and you rip people off and you do all that kind of stuff, but trying to be as transparent as possible doesn't always suit your narrative, right? Like, you can't tell everybody every little thing that happens in your world, right? Because there's a lot of things that happen in this world that that would cause panic or issue, right? And on Saturday's show, when we were building our network, we had a lot of people in there. We were launching something called our Launchpad system for Pump Fund. And Pump Fund already has like a negative connotation to it with rug pulls and all that stuff. During that time, we hit 18,000 plus people. It was very crazy. We had a big thing. I'm not going to go into all the FUD, but what I am going to tell you is that our system worked very, very well. And when we got to a point where even StreamYards was overwhelmed with all the response, but there was also a lot of things that came at us. We are not a product of what happens to us. We are a product of what happens to us, and then what we do from that, and how do we respond. And this is a tough one, especially when there's negative to you. But the positive thing here about Alpha is this, is that we have a system now. Let me pull it up here. Why isn't it sharing? Can you guys see my screen? No. I don't know why it's not entire screen. Let me see if I grab it here. Boom. There we go.
There you go.
You can kind of see it here, right? So this is the launchpad.shogunx.io. And this is where you can do a fair sale, not just like Pink Sale. We didn't just make Pink Sale. We didn't make Pump Fund. We made basically Pink Sale if it had a baby with Pump Fund. And so now you can launch a fair sale on Pump Fund. That's right. What happens? The network, you gather your people in and it pushes it out to Pump Fund, and it's unruggable at that point. And there's a lot more that's happening with this. We're going to be putting some videos out here over the next couple of days. We're launching a big coin in the network that's coming to us. They're going to launch it off. It's all their coin. It's all their network. As the only thing it has to do with Shogun is the Launchpad system itself. And it's going to show everybody live on how it works up to that point of getting funded all the way to Radium and all the way to that network. Come fame or failure, as we say, we will be there to try to track everything. And this time, all you DDoS attackers out there and all you scammers that came at us on that Saturday show, we're prepared for you now. And I am offering that challenge because I got some pretty powerful people behind me now to protect us here, because our name, our value is all about who we are and what we're building here to help people, not hinder them, not steal their money. So you guys out there that try to do all this stuff out there, we collected over 150,000 IPs that had maliciously come at us at those networks on that show. And we got a lot of information out there. And we put it into our bots that also called Sentinel, which tracks all those black market IPs and those wallets that went to our channels and went to our network and try to pump our charts falsely to scoop people in. We know who you are now. So we're going to be launching this out on Friday. Come over to our chart over in Shogun and join us, and we'll have a lot of information out there for everybody along that way. As most of you know, this show is designed to give exposure. And what better way is to know where your limits are. Today, all-time high. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen one more time. After I do a little screen capture here, we're going to jump right over to here. You all see we're in 309. We have not dropped. These are people that consecutively watching. That's where you're watching. And if you're watching in your group, tell us who you're watching it through the little chat. Throw us one last little algorithm here to the end. Let's see if we can get 55,000. Don't think that's going to happen. But you know what? Solana Baby Trump took the day at 1773. I mean, I'm pretty. It's already rising up even further now. We're 32, 33, almost 40 now. Smoking Chicken 558. You should be proud of yourself. That is huge. 800 for Shogun Crypto. We're doing our thing. MERV Shill 134. Remaining steady. Man, this has just been an awesome day. how we've been building, what we've been building has been so well structured in this process. And thanks to Mr. Quinton, Mr. Amos. What's that?
Oh, I was put up center. I thought.
Oh, you were. Yeah, I was trying to save you into that point. But thank you to Mr. Quinton, Mr. Amos for being here today. I think that's about the show that we got. But I want to give Mr. Amos, do you have anything last you would like to bring out to the table and say as a goodbye to everybody and what the show means to you?
Oh, what the show means to me? It means a lot, Max. This show is my everything. No, anyways, but thank you everybody for joining. We heard some awesome presentations, some super cool stuff. Jamie, your project is very, very cool. Looby, great to see you as always, and everybody else. Thank you for hopping up. Great show, great way to end. That's about it. Thanks, Max.
Perfect, buddy. Now, as a promise here on air on Thursday's show, Mr. Amos is going to come up with the chill portion of the show, and he's going to run the whole thing. I'm probably even going to go take a break. I don't know. And let him talk through the whole thing. But so come up with something, buddy. We'll talk later about it.
All right.
Putting you right on the show spot. There you go. Mr. Quinton, buddy, you do such a great job keeping everything on the back scene just going with all the banners and things that you do. And you and your team, I got to tell you, Shane and the outreach team, getting all these guys together, even in the last second with the panelists and the sponsors and everybody else. 3,320 people on the show right now, dude. That's a major accomplishment. Thank you so much for all the hard work you do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I cannot put my appreciation out to the outreach team enough. Being able to work with them through these last couple of weeks has been fantastic. We did a big jump going into a more W2 way of recording things, making things just way more seamless and high efficiency type of thing. It's tough because it's like making your room, cleaning your room. You know how we would teach it to the kids out in the school is sometimes you have to make it dirtier before you can make it cleaner. And that was that process. And it's been tough, but it's been fantastic. Everyone's been jumping in, doing their part. The initiative is insane. So that's my little special plug towards my outreach team. Thank you so, so much. And thank you everyone else for being here on the show. It's been fantastic having you, being in your telegrams, working with you. It's been great. Thank you.
Great. Awesome comment. 3,333 people. Got to take that. Somebody play that in the numbers that's out there. I know there's a lot of you that do that kind of stuff. So there you go. There's a little process in there. Again, there it is. I did it again. Sorry.
It wants me to be up front. It's just,
it wants you to be.
How it wants to be.
Let's be the lead, baby. Let's go. All right. As we're here and we end for the show, I want to give you one last little bit of feed from me personally. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. I will never do a mistake intentional to hurt anybody or bring any bad light to anybody in this network. I try to do my best every day. I have a martial arts school in Northeast Pennsylvania that I've been teaching. We've been there for 4 years. We have hundreds of students there. I never want to I'm completely doxed in everything that we do. So anything that you have heard or seen or been out there is because I've worked hard. I've never shied away from any of it. And I'm going to tell this to you all as a lesson that I've learned is don't worry about failure. Worry about success with catastrophic failure. That's the tough one. Failure from success is a hardship sometimes, but failure every day with little things you do, I'm the typo king, right? So I'm okay with little mini failures. I'm even okay with medium failures, like making mistakes that hurt something. But what I'm not okay with people that intentionally hurt, to hinder, and take from others without the intention of giving. And nobody can say here that I've never brought more value than I've asked for ever in anything I've ever done. This is not a shameless plug for me, but this is for my entire team. This is what we teach. This is what we do. And if you live your life by that, you can obtain greatness. Behind the scenes, what a lot of you don't know and what we're building and how we're building it is that there's multi-million-dollar organization programs that are behind us. The volume bots, the launch pads, the SaaS network, all these things. When you're part of the Shogun family, you're part of that. And yes, charts go up and down. I'm not worried about the chart at that level, okay? Because there's a lot to come from the backside of what we're building. And all of you should be that. You should be building your network and your solutions, what most of you are doing. And even you heard it from most of the panelists here. I wish you all the best of luck. And as we always say, that the best revenge is living well. And all those naysayers, all those hackers that try to do you harm, go suck eggs, basically, right? So The best revenge is living well, we say at the end of the show. I'm Trader Max. This has been a Shogun presentation of the Shogun Gun Show. Thanks for everybody for being here today. We appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you inside our network. And as always, live well. Make sure that you stay with us if you're one of the panelists for the backstage side of the show. We'll see you soon. Take care.